membership under centralized payment systems, that is RTGS and NEFT, to entities other than banks. Let me elaborate. Membership to the RBI operated centralized payment systems, that is RTGS and NEFT, is currently limited to banks with a few exceptions. It is now proposed to enable non-bank payment system operators like prepaid payment instruments, that is PPI issuers, card networks, white label ATM operators and trades platforms regulated by the Reserve Bank to take direct membership in RTGS and NEFT. This facility is expected to minimize settlement risk in the financial system and enhance the reach of digital financial services to all user segments. We are also announcing interoperability of PPIs and increase in the account limit to 2 lakhs. Let me elaborate. The Reserve Bank had issued guidelines in October 2018 for adoption of interoperability on voluntary basis for full KYC prepaid payment instruments. As migration towards interoperability has not been significant, it is now proposed to make interoperability mandatory for full KYC PPIs and for all payment acceptance infrastructure. To incentivize migration of PPIs to full KYC, it is proposed to increase the current outstanding balance in such PPIs from rupees 1 lakh to rupees 2 lakh. Detailed circular on this will be issued separately, and we will provide adequate time for the entire process of transition to happen. Next, cash withdrawal from full KYC PPIs issued by non-banks. At present, cash withdrawal is allowed only for full KYC prepaid payment instruments, that is PPIs issued by banks. As a confidence boosting measure and to bring uniformity across PPI issuers, it is now proposed to allow cash withdrawals for full KYC PPIs of non-bank PPI users. This measure, in conjunction with the mandate for interoperability, will boost migration to full KYC PPIs and would also complement the acceptance infrastructure in tier 2 to tier 3 to tier 6 centers. Now, these announcements which I have made relating to the PPI, interoperability, etc., they are going to make significant contribution to our payment and settlement systems. They will also promote financial inclusion, and they will also enhance the reach of digital payments across the country. Next announcement relates to external commercial borrowings. Under the external commercial borrowing, that is ECB framework, borrowers are allowed to place ECB proceeds in term deposits with AD category 1 banks in India for a maximum period of 12 months. In view of the difficulty faced by borrowers due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it has been decided to permit parking of unutilized ECB proceeds drawn down on or before March 1st, 2020 in term deposits with AD category 1 banks in India prospectively up to 1st March 2022. And finally, one more announcement that relates to Ways and Means advance limit for states and UTs. We have decided to accept the recommendations of an advisory committee constituted by the Reserve Bank to review the Ways and Means advances limits for states and UT governments and other related issues. Accordingly, it has been decided to enhance the aggregate Ways and Means advance limit for all states and UTs to rupees 47,010 crore, which is an increase of about 46% from the current limit of rupees 32,225 crores, which was fixed in February 2016. Further, it has also been decided to continue the enhanced interim Ways and Means advance limit of rupees 51,560 crore granted by the RBI due to the pandemic for a further period of 6 months, that is up to September 30, 2021. Let me now try and conclude my statement. In contrast to the previous year, the hope generated by vaccination drives in several countries at the start of 2021 has been somewhat offset by rising infections and new mutant strains worldwide. Yet, the speed and collective endeavor with which the world mobilized scientific energies to develop vaccines and pandemic-related protocols that have now become a way of life give us hope and confidence that we will sail through this renewed second or third surge. Localized spurts in rates of infections will hopefully ebb in COVID-19 as the COVID-19 vaccination progresses. I truly believe in the indomitable spirit of human race which confronted the trial by virus during 2020 with resilience and fortitude and the will to survive. Let 2021 be the harbinger of a new economic era for India. I conclude by a quote from Mahatma Gandhi, who continues to inspire us, and I quote, "If patience is worth anything, it must endure to the end of time, and a living faith will last in the midst of the blackest storm." Thank you, stay safe, stay well, namaskar.